Well, good morning, as Cheeto likes to say. Today is August 4th. Welcome to the Wild West Farmer. My name is Casey. We're going to change water this morning. Y'all haven't been around on the water run yet. It's something that's very important here on my farm, as we have a lot of irrigation. I got 11 different systems, so Cheeto generally runs half of the water. Albert runs the other half of the water. And then every day or so, I drive around and make for sure everything is to the specs that I like. Takes a lot of work, but everything on our farm every day depends on if our irrigation systems are running correctly. If our water is broke down, the first thing we do is address those problems. So when y'all watch videos in the spring and stuff like that, when we're working on this stuff, it's because it's a very crucial part of our farm, having to irrigate these things. Right here's a set of valves. I'm going to switch them here in a second. But what I wanted to show y'all is just how dry we actually are. I mean, that's just the road, just a kick of the dust there. So if we don't irrigate, we won't make crops. We missed a big rain chance last night. We were in a severe storm watch, and this morning woke up and nothing. This is the first stop on my list. I got 7 different places to go. We're gonna run down here. We're gonna check the water pressure at the drip shed. We're gonna open the next set of valves on the other side of the field. Then we'll come back up here and then we'll shut these valves. We'll just check our pressures on all this stuff. Always like to touch these like that. This thing has 480 in it. You don't want to grab that handle. This one generally runs about 10 out there, 5 back here. No major leaks. We got our fertilizer put out just the other day. Everything in this shed looks good. So we'll move the water over here. Now we got to run to the other side right fast, turn the water off so we don't lose all our water pressure. Just pulled out here to a pivot. Like to check on these every day, twice a day. We're running water right in between the narrow rows there. That way when this cotton gets big, it'll help shade that over and we won't lose as much water to evaporation. As you can tell, the hard row, this is where a tractor tire or gauge wheel generally runs. We do not irrigate this row. We just irrigate in between the narrows. On these pivots, we like to check the levelness of the base beams as we're looking down through the field. I know y'all can't see that far. If you get one of these big base beams that's crooked, more than likely you have a flat. We also check the straightness of the pivot, make for sure she's straight. Cotton's starting to shape up pretty nice. 3 components to growing a crop: sunlight, water, fertilizer, and lots of prayers. Lots of prayers. This one's running good. Let's keep going. There's 3 different corners here. They're all set up like this. And we just run them on the banjo valve. So we run 2 corners at a time, and the third one stays off. So we're actually going in a clockwise motion here. So today this one turned off. The north 2 are running. Tomorrow we'll turn this one off, leave that one on, and then we'll start this one. Does that all make sense? So just pulling up to the, this will be the 4th drip. Here is some of our milo. But what we're watering on is the cotton. So we got milo, half cotton. This field took a severe hailstorm. I would say probably lost 1/3 of our stand. We'll check this drip. We've got fertilizer running on this cotton still. I added a little bit more to it. But typical drip shed. So I check the underground pressure. Then I check the drip tape pressure. This one changes at 8:23 in the morning, so it switched to zone 2. It shows here we have 23 hours, 45 more minutes left on zone 2, so it'll switch tomorrow to zone 3. The fertilizer pump here, it's spinning. You can fill these hoses, and I can feel fertilizer pumping through there. Another thing I check is the fertilizer tanks. They're about right at that level. So we're doing good there. So let's take a look at this drip cotton compared to the pivot cotton. Drip always seems to be better But holy moly. I mean, it's just incredibly different. You see all those positions in there? I mean, my goodness gracious. Solid cotton. But the problem is these skips. The hail, you can see it kind of wavy. That's where the hail got into it. You know, some spots aren't as good, but it's still got a lot of fruit in it. It's got a lot of potential. Seeing a lot of these bottom branches getting 3 and 4 squares on them, which is good. It's only August 3rd. We've got about 50 more days on this. Oh yeah, much better. Y'all seen us rebuild this whole manifold earlier this year? They had a bunch of electronic valves in here. But while we're doing this whole water on zone 2 right now, it's been watering for 24 hours. I changed that yesterday morning. So today we are going to switch it to zone 4. Then it's on zone 2 off. We're pumping out fertilizer here too. This is where it was yesterday, that line. So today it's here. So that's kind of how we watch them, see how fast they're going. And once again this winter, y'all got to see us replumb a bunch of these wells. Y'all remember I had to weld that big nipple on there and that elbow, put the new Vicks in there. But it's mainly just so we quit having so much problems in the summertime. Not to say that we won't have problems in the summertime, but this irrigation is the most important thing we do. So this cotton has got a little more fertilizer than the last patch on it. Took a big hailstorm here. We've got it pretty short. We'll just take a look at it too. I mean, it's got a lot of fruit to be made in there. I'm pretty excited. I think the cotton is looking good as of today, but hopefully we'll be making some bigger yields. But I mean, isn't that the goal? So this is that FiberMax 765 starting fruit up pretty good. Man, if it only came up solid as what we planted it, man, it's just thin and choppy. We'll see what it does though. We're gonna keep an eye on this one all year. Last drip to check over here, it's 55 acres. We'll check this one quick and then we're gonna move on to more exciting things. We got a fuel tank that's busted on a tractor that we're gonna try to fix. So, yeah, be so much fun. Welcome to the life of an irrigated farmer. Drive around all day, check wells, check drips, fix water leaks, keep the water out of the roads, keep the neighbors happy. Irrigation's a full-time job. We check water twice a day, every field. We put eyeballs on it at roughly 8 in the morning and 7 to 8 at night, because it takes a lot of work to keep all these drip stations and pivots and tires and underground pipelines and drip tapes and all these irrigation wells running, keep power on. Trying to think of where yesterday's mark was, right here, and today's mark is all the way down to there. This little cotton, it's coming on too. It's a little taller. It's got a little more node length in it. Got it set at about 2 fingers there, maybe 3 fingers on farther down. So I defoliated y'all a plant. I tried to find kind of an average cotton plant out in the field, because I mean, I could have found one that's better than this. But what I wanted to show y'all, and this plant has the characteristics of stripper cotton. So we got node length in here. You know, that's about 1 finger in between the node, 2 fingers, 2 fingers, 2 fingers. And the node length is the difference in between this branch and that branch. So we've got it picked down with the PGR. We're gonna start getting growy again. We're probably gonna have to hit this plant once again, but we want to keep this plant pretty short. One thing I thought was very interesting too, y'all can see this big J shape on this root, and you can see where it's been swollen up here. This stalk was bruised with a hailstorm really bad. You can see it right there. And this root is actually going down, and then it's actually following over to the drip tape. So the drip tape would have been on this side of this cotton plant, and it's turning to get to that water. So the fruit on this is looking decent. We got our first bolls popping in here. These red flowers, you can see those will be the first ones on those plants. This plant actually doesn't have any bigger mature bolls, but you can see the first square, second square, third square, and it's actually got a fourth one out on that branch. This would be a feeder side. This would have leaves. This would be what's going to shoot way far out. And then this is our next set. It's going to have about 3. This one looks like 2. That one potentially 3. So you can kind of see how the cotton grows there, but this little branch here is a pretty good representation. It'll make a bowl here, a bowl there, and then this will continue to grow out, and it'll make one more over on this side. So we've got a lot of fruit to make. You know, there is no big bowls in this plant. So right now we are in reproductive mode, not necessarily filling the plant out, but there is a lot of big bowls and stuff out in this cotton. This just particular plant didn't have that. You know, you take, for instance, right there's just a huge one. But I like those characteristics of those node lengths because we try to keep our cotton really short so it'll run through our cotton strippers. And that's a super good representation of what we're after there on the node lengths. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this little segment this morning of running around checking water. We're gonna go work on a busted fuel tank. Albert is out checking water as well. Cheeto's gone on family vacation, so I'm running his water out right now. That's the hot. The ground is down there. So we got a little different project today. On the 4560, we've got a crack in our fuel tank. We had one earlier when I took this tractor to get it all painted and redone, and they actually welded it back. So they welded this tank right here back. Well, they obviously didn't weld it very good, and it started leaking again. So what I've got is some JB weld. We're gonna try to fix it up. This here is for fuel. It says fuel chemical resistant, our strongest epoxy. So that gives me a little bit of confidence, but Albert has this handy dandy pump. So we're transferring the fuel out of this tank. We need to get it below that level, and we're going to put it back in our bulk tank. So I don't know. Hopefully it'll work. Never know till you try though, right? We got our brush grinder here. We're gonna clean this up as best we can. So they welded all this originally, but it's so smooth. I think they JB welded over the top of it anyway. So just is what it is, but we're gonna clean it up and we're gonna try again now that we got the fuel tank empty. We'll see what happens. See all that gray? See, that's JB Weld.
Yeah.
Mix it 50-50. Pretty scientific. This is the steel and that's the hardener. Maybe we'll put some more steel with it. And we'll put some more hardener with it. So we want it really hard. We'll mix that up and put it on there and see what it does.
Be careful not to put it in your hand.
That'd be Iron Man. Oh yeah, that's gonna be pretty good stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's good.
I hope. You can already tell it's getting a little bit heavier.
I think that's enough. Yeah. If you put too much, it'll crack.
Well, I think we'll just let this sit for a day and dry. Luckily, I've been building my little boy some farm equipment out of popsicle sticks, so I had a lot of them in the house, but who'd have thought that a popsicle stick to build toys with would end up fixing a real tractor in a real life situation. Definitely don't want to be licking this one.
Yeah, stick your tongue.
Get some extra iron in your blood there. Y'all drop in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all think of our JB weld fix here, and maybe possibly how you do it differently. I'm a skilled welder, I'll say that. I would not be comfortable welding on this fuel tank that has held fuel for its whole life. I feel like one problem and you'd have a chamber of possibly diesel to combust and explode, and that would be like getting hit by a grenade. So I didn't want to weld it. We're gonna try this. Hopefully this solves our problem. I think we got it cleaned up good. I actually sprayed some ether on that and wiped it all down before we put that on there. One other thing that I'm possibly gonna be doing is ordering some new shields. As y'all can see where those hailstones got in here and dented up all that. And even here on the bottom, I mean, it must have ricocheted pretty hard, but this is all dented up in the bottom. So we're going to just possibly put new screens on the side of this. For right now, we're gonna let this sit for a day, and y'all stay tuned to see if it holds.
Let the tractor take a break.
Yep. Albert's not gonna have nothing to do today because the tractor broke.
Sit on the couch and drink some tea. Give a wife to bring me some food, you know.
So it's been 22 hours since I put this on. Came back and added 2 more coats yesterday afternoon. But it looks dry. Kind of think I ought to just stick some fuel in it and let it sit for a couple hours and see if it seeps or anything, and then put it back to work. Will that JB weld hold? I mean, really, who knows? It'll either hold or it'll either break. Well, what's the status?
Another short.
Underground short?
I think so.
Like to it?
Yeah, I'm lacking electricity in one leg. Already blew. I blew a fuse, I put a new fuse in, and I blew it again.
Back in the cow pasture. My dad's got, I don't know how many cows on this pasture. We got a lot of calves. They're wanting some help sorting the cows from the calves off. We're gonna haul the calves up to the cow pens where y'all seen in the last video where the 3 wild cows were. We're going to work those calves, I don't know, some point, but for right now, we'll go from fixing tractors, figuring out electricity, now sorting cows. This afternoon, I think we're gonna hook the grain cart on and then go fix that wells. Kind of got a lot of things going on, but anyway, so what we're gonna do right now is sort all these cows and the calves off. That way we can work the calves and we'll bring the calves back. Well, the calves sorted really easy from the cows. We got 3 pens over here. We put them all in this pen, let the cows out the back, and then sorted the calves into this pen. So they're coming in. We got them. There was one in here that wouldn't load. A little black one right back there. Cowboy Casey coming to the rescue. We're gonna sort these big ones off. We're only gonna work the little ones that need to go back to their mamas. These big heifers are gonna go right to the sale barn, and the big bulls are gonna get made steers, so keep them around. All these are Eddie's cows here, calves. He's gonna go grab some medicine, ear tags, all that stuff, and we're gonna cow wrangle for a minute. So we're working in a mud hole here. We got 3 big bulls here. We're gonna have to work in that work and shoot. These other calves will work in a different spot. But we're gonna run these 3 bulls up in this alleyway, get them out of our way. Ay, 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 ay.
Good. Do I need to reach through there and grab it?
You're good.
They need to make a deal. They give you those bands like a caulking gun with just a trigger where you can tighten them up.
Wait, you've got an ear tag.
Well, we're gonna get him up here before he lays down. All right.
Yes.
No.
All right, we got them. These 3 little bulls are worked. These will become steers. They are banded and vaccinated, ear tagged. We're gonna wean these off separate. This little group right here of little calves, we worked them. We're gonna take them back to their mamas that we pulled them from earlier today. There's 6 in here. And then we pulled 16 big ones off. And those will go to the auction probably later this afternoon. A little after lunch, there's I don't know how many cows out in the pasture here at the pens. We're gonna gather all them up. We're gonna sort these calves off. There's a couple big calves like that black one, maybe a little bit bigger than Charlet out here, that my dad is gonna haul off. So we're gonna try to catch these cows. Right here's a little calf by himself. Stick him in with these cows. They kind of have a herd instinct, so put them together, they'll kind of make it. But it's like we got a Charlet out there giving us a little fits. We're gonna try to get them with these 2 pickups.
Are we going over those cows?
Yep.
Oh, hi.
So we got them. We kind of like taking them with these pickups if we can. Cheeto had actually brought one of the red foilers in case we had to have it. It's better just to take these cows low and slow, quiet if you can, rather than stirring them up with a foiler or getting wild and rowdy with them. If you can just get them to walk in nice and gentle like, that's the best way. So we're actually gonna split those big calves off those cows right fast. We're gonna throw the big calves into this pen, and that way my dad can haul just 1 trailer load, a full trailer. We're gonna get this done right quick, and then we're gonna get back into farming. I hope y'all enjoy the cow content. Let's get you out of here. Get this bull out of here. Okay. All right, hopefully the last load of the day here. Got all the big calves that need to go to the cow cell sorted off. I got one pair over here. She's a little crippled. She needs to get onto the cell. So we're gonna load these calves in the front of the trailer and hopefully we can get that pair on the back, but it's gonna be quite a few calves. I don't know if they'll fit. Get out of here.
If you're going to stand there, stand right here. Hey, pop up in there and see if we can get that guy. Go! Go! I think we'll have to close this one gate over here. One thing. Close the gate! Okay.
Okay, open that.
Where's that cat? Get over here.
Well guys, I hope y'all have enjoyed today's video. This is not what I had on my plan to do here on the farm today, but we ended up getting a lot done. Glad to help my dad get all these cows sorted out, and that way they're good to go. So hope you enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy farming content from right here from West Texas. Be sure to eat more beef, wear more cotton. Remember, the Lord's in control. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.